Alrighty, boys and girls. It is September 11th, 2024. Thanks for being here. We have got a day of remembrance for a couple of things and a day of celebration for one. So, you guys settle in, get your favorite beverage because it's time for State of the Atmosfere. All right, welcome aboard. It's time for State of the Atmosphere. I am your host, Joe's Atmosphere, and it's good to see you on this September 11th, 2024. We're definitely going to mark today, and because we should never forget it, it changed basically the face of our planet and the way we operate these days. That day on September 11th of 2001 changed the history of a lot of people, including my stepson, who saw it happen and said, I don't care what you or my dad has to say. I'm going in the Army. And he was just that kind of guy, and still is that kind of guy. But I want to welcome aboard everybody that's watching. Let's start with Knock. How are you doing, buddy boy?
Good. Tomorrow's my Friday. Got my birthday weekend coming up on Saturday.
Uh-oh.
So gonna be going out to lunch with brothers and probably going to see a movie or two.
Oh, that'll work, man. That'll work. Happy birthday to you early. When is your birthday?
It's on Saturday, the 14th.
The 14th? Cool. Well, happy birthday, man. Also on board, we've got Jed Ribbonwolf. What's going on, man?
Hey, man.
You sound enthused.
No. Today's just going to be a hard show.
Yeah, it is. The second half of it. Yeah, I got a little choked up watching some of the clips. You guys will find out why if you saw the thumbnail and everything, what it's about. We lost an iconic person this week, but we'll get to that later on. Ruben, how are you doing today?
Doing well. Yeah, last night we had the debate, and I am just laughing at it. But today is a day of somber remembrance.
Yes, it is somber remembrance today. We'll touch on the debate a little bit, but I want to start off today with remembering the events of 9/11. Now, I've got a really good website here where you can take a look at the timeline. It's history.com, and I'm going to put it in the chat for you. Also, real quick, before we get too much further in, I want to say thanks for being here, Vince. Vince Womack is here, and he's dropping all my links in there. And also the first guy in, well, you know who the first guy in was. And John is here as well. How you doing, John?
I'm doing fine.
I see you. So I'm sorry, you're right behind. Guys, the way my setup is, my camera is right dead center of my monitor on the bottom. So John was right behind my camera. I don't know how long you were back there. How long were you back there? Not long? Okay. Yeah, I want to.
I've been waiting for 30 minutes.
For 30 minutes, damn it! What the hell? What are you doing? But yeah, we all know who checked in about 3 o'clock this afternoon.
There are some who call me Tim.
Yeah, Tim was here. I want to check the time. It was at 3:12. He checked in with us today. Good to see you, man. Let's see if who else we've got in the chat. That's just Vince for right now. But you guys chime in with whatever you want here on the subject matter we're talking about. And we're starting off with remember 9/11. Now, I'd like to go around the horn. I'll start with myself. I remember exactly where I was that day. I was here at the house. I don't know if I've told you guys or not, but I live in the house I grew up in. Me and my wife, Foxy, my current wife, were we had just gotten married in May that year, and we were here. She had just gotten off of work. She was a nighttime charge nurse at the time, and me and my brother were having a morning coffee. She had just got off work, and we got a call from our mother, and who was working, and said, "You guys need to turn on the news. Turn on the TV. Plane hit the towers in New York." And me and my brother are joking around, thinking it was a Cessna or something. Wondering when they're going to make a movie out of it, and shit like that. I mean, really, we didn't take it too seriously. And then we saw that second plane hang a hard friggin' right and go right into one of the buildings. And both of us have been in the military. And we looked at each other and said, "Yeah, that's not by accident." And I guess it was about, I want to say it was about 40 minutes after that. I got a call from my buddy Randy Harville, really great guy that I used to bartend with and did a lot of work with Crew of Centaur with him. But at the time, I hadn't started doing that yet. But he called me, and he never called me. We run into each other when we go to the club or something, but we didn't talk too much. And he called me. He said, "Joe, you're never going to believe what I just saw." And he lived on the north side of Barksdale Air Force Base from me. I live on the south side of it, right? And I said, "What's up?" He said, "I just saw Air Force One come in treetop high with 4 F-15s in tow right over my house." I said, "What? You're kidding me." And 20 minutes later, George Jr. was on the TV talking to the nation from right here next door to me. It was a really friggin' freaky day. I'll never forget it. Knock, where were you at? You're the youngest of us. Where were you at, and what were you doing?
I believe I was in middle school at that time.
Yeah.
So I didn't really think much of it because I think there was whispers of it at the school.
Mm-hmm.
But my hearing was awful back then. So half the thing
Really?
people said I didn't understand. My hearing's still awful, but so I kind of shrugged it off and didn't think much of it until I got home and from school and it was on the TV, of course.
Yeah.
And that's when it kind of hit me, kind of thing. And yeah, no, it was the videos of seeing the people jumping out of those towers.
Mm-hmm.
That was what made it so real.
Yeah.
And so terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear the stories of especially the firefighters that just kept going up there. They kept going up there.
Yeah. That's exactly what the caption on
Insanity.
this picture right here says. Civilians bolt in the opposite direction as firefighters rush towards the towers. Yep.
Yeah. And then there was so much video of that too. That
Well, go ahead, Jed. Tell us about your experience. What were you doing?
I got a phone call at that time, and I have my uncle at that time. He's passed away now.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle at that time was doing business in the tower because he was in the military too, and doing something for the military or something. And he was in the tower down at the base level when it got hit. The minute it hit the tower, he ran and made it for the door, trying to get people out the door. He was grabbing people. He carried this one woman and a kid on his side. Like he was doing what he needed to do. And to help people out. And then he got a group of them out to a restaurant that was a little bit a ways, and then called me, and said, "You're not going to believe what just happened."
Yeah. Wow.
And yeah, he was there, and then I was on the phone with him trying to. Yeah. What Vince said was right. That's true.
Yeah, he did.
He and then at that that point where you saw that big dust cloud, I heard this big whoosh, it was rocking I heard this. It was rocking the windows and stuff. And those windows must have been some good windows, because most of the other windows got knocked out around there. If you remember that.
Yeah.
Knocked out or blown out?
Blown out. Well, you know what I mean. Blown in.
Well,
it was,
maybe you don't
one
know.
of them.
But I mean,
Yeah.
you don't.
I don't know, because I wasn't there. It's just what my uncle told me.
Yeah.
And then he goes, dude, I gotta go help these people and see who else I can help. And I was like, love you, Unc, and boom, phone call.
Yeah.
Quick. And then I watched the rest of it on the news.
Wow. Ruben, what about you, buddy?
I was actually at home, and I was going to go to Europe. I had a flight to Europe, but I had to cancel. And it's funny that so I heard that something had happened.
You had to cancel. You had to cancel it.
I canceled it previously. If not, I would have been stuck in Europe. For
I imagine it would have been canceled. Like
no, it wouldn't have been. It went on. The concert goes on. Went on.
Yeah.
It's in Europe, so it's not in America. So, but again, I just didn't.
Well, the concert, but not the flight.
I had a problem. Yeah, no, I would have flown out on that day, which is kind of frightening. But the point being here is that I was driving, and I got in the car. I heard it happen. Then I thought it was a Cessna too. So then when I went in the car and drove, I had WLS radio on, which is ABC affiliate, and they had the audio. And then the second plane hit, and then they were actually interviewing a woman at the time that it hit, and you heard her screaming. And so I just did a U-turn on the highway, basically went back home, and then saw what happened. And I said, "Oh my gosh, it's this is insane." But as we know now, it's all,
Ruben, don't.
CAA Mossad, yes, they're responsible.
Anyway, John, where were you at, buddy?
I was at the University of Missouri in my office at College of Engineering, and I got a CNN alert that a plane, and it said small plane had hit Trade Tower.
Yeah, because I don't think. I mean, other than the people that actually caught it on film, the first one. Yeah. I don't think anybody knew,
Right.
I really don't.
And I'm small plane hit the trade center. So I went over and I pulled the TV out of the corner and turned it on, because, we had the TV in the office for hooked up to the cable system for the university. And we're watching it. It's like, they're showing pictures. I'm like, that wasn't a small plane.
Yeah.
That hole was not, that's not a small plane hole.
Right.
And about that time, you hear the screaming sound, and they flip up just in time to catch the other one hit in the tower. And then we went, and we were like, "Oh crap, this isn't good." And we went into the lecture hall and put it up on the big projector. So we were watching at a movie theater size screen, seeing people fall and seeing the towers collapse. And of course, they came in after the first tower had collapsed and canceled classes and stuff. And we were shut down for 4 days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
the whole world stopped for a little bit there. I think what Knock was trying to say earlier, Ruben, if you hadn't canceled that flight, you wouldn't have been leaving, because they shut down air travel, period, around this country.
It was done
for a whole. I think it was at least a day that they shut.
No, longer than that.
Yeah,
longer than that. And it was so surreal that because usually you would have planes overhead all the time in Chicago, especially, and then periodically you'd have a fighter jet fly over and all that stuff. There was an issue that happened right after that.
Yeah, I lived in what was jokingly called the International Dorm. My building had a lot of international students.
Yeah.
And the instant they lifted travel restriction, they were all gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I got the hell out of Dodge today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, there was a lot of Middle Eastern students there.
Yeah.
Because MU has a strong engineering program.
Mm-hmm.
Now, John, why do you think that was?
That they left?
Yeah.
Probably because they didn't want to get blamed for it.
Right.
They didn't want to deal with
That's what I was
harm.
wondering. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
There was
Because-
definitely a lot of that going around.
No,
Yeah, there was.
Even the Indian
That-
students left. Even the Indian students left too. As soon as they left it, that we could. I mean, it's
So
like
they're just like they don't get runs.
Yeah.
there were some that stayed, but most of them left. But all the Middle Eastern students were gone.
Correct. But that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which all
Nothing
have to be
came.
repealed.
Nothing
All
good
have
came
to be
out of
repealed.
9/11. Yeah. Patriot Act, TSA, Iraq, and Afghanistan war. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a lot of bad repercussions, no doubt.
And there's more you can say, but
Now,
Yeah.
I'll
can say
touch on
it.
it. I'll touch on it for the rest of you. I know exactly where you're leaning. It's
yeah, you know, where
it's
I'm leaning.
a lot of people think that this was a way to get control. It was a way to get people to give up their individual freedoms, and it worked for a lot of the country. It really did. People were scared, no doubt about it. Yeah, those are the main ones. No kidding.
Just
Yep.
saying, if that happens again
Yeah.
right now, then it's going to be a very different outcome.
Yeah,
Hey, Sol, what's
I
up,
believe
brother?
it would be a lot different too.
Well, yeah, based on this, how divisive our country is at the moment. Half
Mhm.
of the college students will be,
Hey, Martin.
cheering for the ones that did it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's goofy.
It'd be
I
insane.
can't
Just like they did
stand 9/11 truthers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
What?
just want to 9/11 truthers. I just can't stand them. Anybody that says, "Oh, it was an inside job," no,
It was.
wasn't.
It was.
Well,
I'm
well,
done.
No, it wasn't.
that
Yes, it
You know
was.
how long it would take to place those explosives? It would take
They-
weeks to put explosives. That
And they
kind
did
of
do,
level.
and that's okay. I gotta go. That's what they did. Look, do your own research. I'm just done. You have to do your research.
yeah.
They did.
Okay.
They did do that. Israel did it.
Wow.
CIA did it.
Okay.
Oh,
Ruben's
Ruben
out of
just
here.
bounced. Ruben bounced.
Okay. Well, I tell you, that it's, in today's environment, it wouldn't be hard to believe that would happen. But I'm one of the ones that I don't know. I have never seen definitive proof that was an inside job. So,
No.
Soul Assassin, Martin, how you doing?
Yeah. How you guys doing? It's good to
I
see
didn't
you.
mean to drive him off. It's just
Oh, you didn't mean it's okay.
No,
It's
no,
okay.
John. No. He's
You
really
speak your mind.
sensitive.
You speak your mind.
You speak your mind. He's
Yeah.
sensitive on that subject.
Yeah, he's very sensitive on this subject. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
He's good. We love you. Ruben.
Everybody believes their own thing, and I've never seen evidence one way or the other. I do know that 2 planes hit the towers. I do know that, and I saw it with my own eyes. So, and those guys were trained here. We know that. And let's see. I was a kid when it happened. I remember my school gathering all the kids together to explain what happened. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hail das Wolf and Knock and Ruben. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. And Catherine Gwinnett is here as well. Am I gay? No, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. No, I'm not.
It
I
must
don't
be
know
the
if you're
Supergirl.
asking that too, Catherine.
Yeah,
but,
it must be the Supergirl.
it must be what it is. Yeah, is that what it is?
Hey,
I don't know.
I do
He's
dig
got-
Supergirl, but anyway.
he's got tits and shit all over behind him, but
Yeah, yeah. And anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to go around the horn, find out where everybody was, and it's something we should never forget because it definitely changed the way we do things in this country. Like Vince was talking about, the TSA was created, making us take twice as long to get through an airport now. Let's see. What is
Hey.
Catherine saying? Do you
Yeah,
kiss
just a
a
troll.
man's willy? Oh no, Catherine.
Can you
No.
put up?
It's the only time that we will support New York.
Right.
Can you put up what?
That's the only time a Bostonian like myself will support New York, no doubt.
Can you put up
Other-
what Soul said? Please, Joe?
Let's see. Right here?
Yeah. No. Right above what Soul said, right there. When I was a kid, when it happened.
Oh,
He already put it up there,
I already
Jed. Pay
did.
attention.
I already read it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not even paying
Sorry.
attention. Wow, Jed, stay in the moment.
Yeah. But anyway, it's something we should never forget. And we are a lot of people. Ruben's not the only one. A lot of people think it was an inside job, and I got to tell you, I myself, it wouldn't be a stretch to me. I mean, you know, after what we saw happen to President Kennedy back in the '60s, you know, nothing is out of the realm, but I just haven't seen proof of that.
Well,
But I do know it has changed a lot of things, like instituting the Patriot Act and the TSA and
a single assassination is a lot easier secret to keep.
yeah.
Than
Well, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah,
We've already lost
so-
one panelist over it, John. So
yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
but I will say this. We are a lot more critical of what we see now. We're a lot more critical of everything we do, and we need to be that way because
Yep.
with the advent of AI, it's making harder and harder to tell what the truth is when you see it. So you got to do your
You mean
research.
Natalie
find
Portman's
out stuff.
boobs aren't that big?
No, they aren't, sir.
Damn it,
No, they're
Facebook.
not.
I saw
Damn
one
it.
of Kira the other day, and I was like, nice AI picture, but that's not her. Her rack isn't
I don't
that
know,
big.
man. It just makes them look worse when they make them
Yeah.
fake.
It does. It looks
It's
fake.
awful. I
Yeah,
hate the
it's
AI.
What we
Absolutely.
need to do is get back to 9/12.
Yeah.
We need to
Yeah,
get
when
back
everybody
to
was
that.
together on the same
Yes.
page working together.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what we
absolutely.
need to get back to.
Come on, that's not going to happen without another war or something. Everyone's going to have something to go
It's
towards.
gonna. Like I've said,
And right
it's
now
gonna-
we're so divided that we can't even agree what the enemies are right now.
Yeah.
See, it's gonna have to have like the movie Independence Day, where everybody wasn't on.
Yeah, we need aliens. We're the aliens.
I was fixing to say it would
No
take,
one can be loved the aliens except for the crazies that want to sit on the top of the roofs and yell at them. I mean, you know,
Yeah, and
we're
what
here. Come
happened-
take me. You know, come
What
play
happened
me.
to the crazies on top of the roofs?
Well, those are minorities. Okay,
how about
those are
how about the
minorities.
Watchmen, right?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Dr. Manhattan nukes half
Oh
the
no,
Earth,
we
right?
don't
We all
need
come
that.
together.
No, we don't need that.
I mean, come on, man. Let's see.
Well, in the comic, it
Martin
was
says
Baylor.
that was a hell of a push-up dress
It
in
was.
Attack
Yeah.
of the Clones. Tell you.
That's always my favorite meme. It's like, you know, Padme, shouldn't seduce Anakin, but then she wears like the most scandalous freaking outfits. It's like, how is he supposed to resist that?
Dude,
Yeah.
my favorite one is, she never was the sexy bombshell in any movie, but in Galaxy Quest, when Sigourney Weaver got to be a hot blonde, that was great, man. I loved it. That was cool as hell. But anyway, all right, so we've done our remembers. Don't forget today. Don't forget what happened, and don't let something like that
Yeah.
drive us into another a war with another country like it did before. That we had no business going into Afghanistan after that. It was, or excuse me, it was Iraq that we shouldn't have been going into.
Yeah.
I think today with the advent of technology, I think a lot of our actions against other people is going to be a little bit more covert and a little bit less manned with the advent of drones and stuff. The only thing I worry about with that is you might be hitting the wrong people, with that stuff. I'd much rather we still have people on the ground that are good at it to do those kind of things, But anyway, so that's it for that subject for tonight. Ruben, if you want to come back, you just come on back whenever you want to. But anyway, we're going to get on with our show. It's the pop culture show, but I definitely didn't want to forget 9/11. I am as you can see by the hat, I am ex-military, and I always want to remember that stuff. Okay, it is time to get on with some more fun stuff.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
And we've got the box office receipts for this weekend, and Beetlejuice racked it in with 111 million.
Killed it.
Domestically, and I think it was like 147 worldwide, something like that. And Deadpool and Wolverine still up there, but everything got eclipsed by Beetlejuice.
It's fallen off a tiny bit.
It's fallen off just a bit. It's under double digits.
Wait, is Twister still up there in the top 10?
No, In the top 10, probably.
7.
Twister's at number 7. Yes. Yeah. Yes. The movie you championed is still there, buddy.
Yep.
Still there. But as you can see by those numbers, nobody went to see anything but Beetlejuice this weekend, really.
Yeah.
they're all fighting for scraps below that.
Soul Assassin had a question.
And It Ends With Us balanced out the top 5 movies. What's that?
Soul Assassin had a question for you, Joe.
Okay, let's see. He says, what branch, if any, don't mind me asking, Joe, respect, by the way? Oh, Military Police Corps, buddy. Cross pistols. That's me. That's what I did. Yep.
He crossed a lot of streams.
I crossed a lot of streams.
He was a Ghostbuster in his part-time. Yeah.
He was guarding a bunch of chemical weapons on a deserted island.
Is that right? Yeah, that's it. No, I just caught what he was talking about. Yes, yeah. I did. I did for a year. They kicked me off the planet for a year, man. I guarded chemical weapons on an island that actually was a missile testing platform for nukes in the 60s. And I was walking over plutonium every day. Didn't even know it. I mean, really didn't even know what the hell that was all about. So... let's see. Vince says, would have to watch Beetlejuice myself. Heard both kinds of reviews. Yeah, it's getting mixed reviews. I haven't seen it. I think
I have.
Jed has seen it, but Knock hasn't seen it yet. And he's
I don't want to say anything about it because I don't want to spoil it.
Right, don't want to spoil it for Knock.
Well,
so
we'll do it after Knock.
Week.
After Knock sees it, then we can all talk about it.
That's right. We'll talk about it next week. But look, man, this is one I could stay home for. I enjoyed the first one.
Glow in the dark Joe.
Yeah, glow in the dark me. Yeah, I was lucky I didn't leave that place, sterile. You know what I mean? I was lucky I had kids. I mean, I was walking over it every day.
Yeah.
What happened was, I walked out of my dorm one day. We had this, we were on the second floor of this building, and it was like a common kitchen and living room with 3 bedrooms attached to it, And I look out the window, and there's a guy, it looks like he's got a metal detector, and he's painting orange circles on the ground. And I go down there, and this is in 1985, guys. I spent the whole year on 1985. Matter of fact, to watch Live Aid that year, my dad recorded it on VHS tapes and sent it to me so I could see it, because we didn't get any live TV out there, right? Anyway, I go down there and ask the guy, I'm in my robe, I asked the guy, I said, what are you doing? He said, oh, we're cleaning up some... we had a rocket fall over on the pad here back in the 60s, and we're getting around to cleaning up all the plutonium. I said, you've got to be kidding me. He said, no, that's what we're doing. I said, oh my God. I was stepping over that stuff every day. Let's see. Walking over plutonium and didn't know. No wonder you're such a healthy glow, right? That explains why your daughter sweats lava. There you go. Exactly. Yeah, the comic book character. There you go. Yep. But anyway, Beetlejuice knocks it out of the park this week. Let me bring this back up. I've got the article here. Shakes Sonora for $147 million plus global opening. And looks like, some people liked it, some people didn't. But I know this much: with this guy in it, his parts are going to be good. I know that. That guy, he's something else. Everything that guy touches, Michael Keaton, I'm talking about, it just turns to gold. So I just didn't feel the need to run out and go see this, but I'm probably going to go see it now. I mean, we had some stuff coming up this weekend. I mean, the only one I'm really banking on going to see right now is Megalopolis, just because I do love Francis Ford Coppola, and there's no telling what that movie's about, or I can't tell what it's about, but I do like the guy's stuff. So, hey, that's let's see, except RoboCop.
It's RoboCop. Yeah.
There you go. But anyway, let's see what else we've got here. Oh yeah, after the debate, Taylor Swift endorses Kamala Harris for president minutes after the debate. Gee, do you think this might have been planned? What do you think?
Oh, it totally was, because there was things that came out that said it was already.
The most important thing is the characters weren't disrespected. I hear you, Martin. Yeah, for sure. Now I haven't heard anything like that. I heard it just may have too much in one movie, is what I've heard.
Nosferatu does.
Nosferatu looks good. Yeah, it does look good. I think William Dafoe's playing the monster in that one, isn't he? I think he is. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, this right here, I was like, wow, okay. Yeah. And when it comes to the debate, if you guys want to see our commentary on it, just go over to my Rumble channel. You'll see what we did last night. But it came across to me like Trump was debating 3 people instead of just one.
Here,
so
I got the link for y'all if you want it. Just a second.
I found it funny because I was seeing
she'll write a song about voting for her. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I was seeing videos about Taylor Swift and what's her name? Mahomes' wife, Brittany. Yeah, like there was Swiftie fans were concerned about her friendship with Brittany Mahomes because Brittany Mahomes had liked some Trump, tweets or something like that.
Right.
And so that was a thing, and like, come on, man.
There was a link in chat if you guys want to go see our thing from last night.
Yeah. Jed put it up in the chat. But anyway, Vince says, and Taylor Swift keeps her record for picking the wrong man. There you go. But I just thought it was funny, the timing of it. It was right after the debate was over with. So Vince says, watch your stream. Oh, man, I need a nap after that. Also left you some comments. Okay, man. I'll have to check that out. I've been a little bit busy today. So.
Oh, he did.
Did he light us up?
Yeah, he put like 3 different paragraphs in there.
Okay, I will check it out, Vince.
Okay,
you know I value Vince. Your opinion, buddy.
Yeah.
Need a nap, huh? Yeah, I hear you. Let's see. And that's the Chiefs' first lady. Yeah.
No, the Chiefs' first lady is Brittany Mahomes.
Right. That's for sure. Okay. Let's see what the next one I've got here is.
I figured the first lady would be that Hunt daughter.
And by the way, we're not going to get away from it. It's going to be on almost every page I bring up. So, you see it over there. SpaceX launches world's first private spacewalk mission. Now, this was, I'm not sure when, 5:32 a.m. Eastern time today. Or was it today? I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday in the morning. They sent a billionaire up in space, and it looks like we're going to see a lot more of this stuff.
I got to tell you, they're not going to get people excited about space until there's commercial flights to the moon. It's just there's never going to be excitement for this once a year fucking a rocket, the same rocket we've been seeing for 60 years. Go into space. It may be different on the inside, technologically, but it's the same damn. No one cares. No one gives a shit.
Like, they can't. That's the problem with going to the moon right now. That's why they're building all these new vehicles, because they lost the technology to make the Saturn V. They don't know how to make them anymore.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. John's right on that.
But billionaire Jared Isaacman got sent up, and he's going to space. Now, we've had a lot of guys like Geffen and what's his name with Amazon. I always forget that cue ball's name. Bezos. Yeah. They've been in the stratosphere before, but they haven't been all the way into orbit. So this is the first.
Suck it, Bezos.
Yeah, suck it, Bezos. You didn't get there. This guy did. So
Elon.
That much.
Right, missed it by that much.
Between Elon and Bezos, Elon's going to be the first one to get up there.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. They deleted all their files, I hear. Now, how will we send Jed to space as ambassador to Earth? Damn it. The Boeing crew is still stranded in the International Space Station. And they'll can't come back before 2025.
They're gonna hitch a ride on the SpaceX Dragon for the in March? Or April for
how come that mission. Okay, and there's but the billionaire gets to go, right?
Yeah. Well, that's because these missions are set up.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. I got you.
And before that, they were relying on the Russians to help people until.
Hey, Joe, before we do the spot, I got something I want to show too.
Yeah.
Go, man. Do it.
Oh, we didn't have to do it right now.
Before we do the spot?
Yeah.
Just before? Okay.
I mean, just, before you move on.
Okay. All right. I got you, man. I got you. The next one we got here, boys and girls. The Minecraft movie trailer, which we showed you guys, blows past 1 million dislikes. Gee, I wonder why. It couldn't have anything to do with that guy right there.
Yeah.
That guy with the air pollution. Fuck that guy.
With the air pollution.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's Taylor Swift. I have a thing on that.
It's got 500,000 to 1.1 million dislikes. 500,000 likes. It's just, wow. Unbelievable. I can't believe they're actually making a Minecraft movie, though. I still can't figure that out. I'm like,
no, it doesn't make sense. They should have done an animated one, just like Legos.
Like Legos, yeah. Now that would have been
get fucking Chris Pratt. They love him for animated movies, so
right?
Get the name on it.
Who did the voice of Batman in the friggin' Lego movies?
Dave Arnett. Will Arnett.
Will Arnett. Have him get.
Yeah, they could have did that. They could have done all the little animations. They're going through different worlds and stuff like that, and all the whole Minecraft thing, and they could have had a bunch of the memes. They could have done. And that was gonna be dumb.
Elvis took all that shit with him when he went back to his home planet. Martin says, "I love it." Let's see. That trailer was pure garbage. Yes, it was. Look, it turned me off as soon as I saw Jason Momoa with blonde hair and a pink jacket.
Oh, God, that was
I was like, terrible. Jesus, is this Barbie Part 2? What the fuck is going on here?
I'm gonna wait on context for that, because I feel like there's definitely some context there that we're missing.
Yeah.
To why he looks that way. I'm hoping there's an actual purpose.
Maybe there is.
It's funny because we saw the commercial. I actually dig the cast of that movie. I'm actually all for the cast. I just think I don't know why there is a cast like that. That's the problem. Like the actual actors and actresses in it, I don't mind. Right. It's just like
they should be doing voices. Is your point, right?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It should be an animated, not like real life going into a Minecraft. That's just weird.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Well, to be honest, my daughters are Minecraft nuts, and even they dislike the trailer.
Wow, Martin.
Oh, man. What is that? Do you guys hear that? Do you hear that? Okay. Let's see.
Is that me?
I don't know if it was or not. I kept hearing. I always hear that when something's getting disconnected. But I don't know what it is. Maybe you guys can hear it. Maybe you can't.
I just hear Knox humming in the background.
Okay, it must be me then. My computer must be freaking out for some reason. Let's see. Y'all see the fan-made Minecraft trailer? Looks so much better. Really? No, I haven't. We'll have to take a look at that. I literally thought Jason was a woman from behind. Yeah, right?
That's funny.
Well, I mean, the choice of color and shit. What the hell, man? Okay, so that one is... people feel exactly the way we felt about it when we saw it. Yeah. What the hell is this, right? The next one I got here, man, Josh Brolin passes on HBO's Green Lantern TV show. I guess he's done with superhero shows, I guess. I don't know what his deal would be with this.
Well, okay, there is a reason, because you heard Dave and said they're going to bring Thanos back.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Mm-hmm. The two guys that did Disney's two highest grossing movies.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin is Thanos.
Yeah.
Bring back Thanos. Secret Wars.
Secret Wars. Yeah, that's Thanos.
Yeah, but do we need?
So
Thanos
it's a secret.
Back? Yeah, so it's a secret that Thanos is coming back, but we all know it.
Okay. Yeah, it's like
got it.
Even in I have the
people
comics.
Won't know it if we don't talk about it.
Right?
Infinity War, and then. Thanos goes and then lives his life on a planet, and then he comes back. Like, it's in the comics.
Thanos, but
he was a farmer.
In the main continuity, Thor kind of took his head.
Yeah.
I like this right here. Vince says, good choice. And his connection with Ryan. Yeah. Ryan probably told him he don't need to touch that kid. Jesus, I was lurking, and then I hear Josh Brolin passes. Mini heart attack.
Martin.
I didn't mean to scare you, Martin.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's better off not doing it. Yeah. But I don't know. Is he better off not doing it? How do we know? We don't know that this HBO project is going to be garbage. All we've heard about it is it's going to be like U.S. Marshals in space kind of thing. You know, that's all we've heard about it.
Can we make it Walker, Texas Ranger?
There's only one actor who can play Hal Jordan, an older Hal Jordan.
Yup. And
Yeah.
John, me and John both know who it is.
And he's already playing a different Green Lantern.
He shouldn't have been Hal.
I know.
He shouldn't have been Guy.
We know. Yeah. We know this already.
That's like
we've all talked about this before.
Booster in the Blue Beetle, and don't get me started on that.
Okay, calm down, Rage. You know, all right, Captain Furious.
John knows my frustration.
What was my man's name in Mystery Man? Mr. Furious. Yeah. You know, come on down.
See, bro. John knows my frustration because we both agree on that.
Not yet, thank God. Yeah. Let's see. But will they have CGI suits? Oh, I don't know, man. Yeah, it sure seems like it.
Or green,
right? Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I'm kind of shaving some of these things off. Okay, we've got a lot of things coming from the Toronto International Film Festival. The next one I want to talk about is from there. It is a movie that I'm looking forward to because I'm hoping they're going to do it right. Hoping against hope. Saturday night premiere, red carpet photos of SNL movie cast. This one's Rachel Sennett, Gabriel LaBelle, and William Dafoe at the Saturday night premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival. If you don't know what this is a movie about the creation and the beginnings of Saturday Night Live.
They're gonna fuck Belushi. They're gonna do a lot of because me and you grew up watching that, Joe.
Yeah, Have you seen the trailer for it?
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah, go check it out, Jed. Okay. I'm hopeful for this one. It looks like they're showing Chevy Chase to be the asshole that he is and stuff.
Oh, Chevy was a huge asshole.
Yeah. It looks pretty good, man. It looks pretty good.
I always preferred Mad TV over Saturday Night Live. But...
Yeah, well, you didn't see it in its heyday, though, brother.
Yeah, right. It was a different time.
90s
yes, it was. It was a
like
different
time. 70s
absolutely.
and 80s.
And Mad TV was fantastic when it came on the air. You're absolutely right.
First half of the 90s, Saturday Night Live was still good because that's the Dana Carvey, Mike Myers.
Yes.
And we, you know.
Let's see.
Had
or
Tommy
the Space
Boy.
Police show. Can't think of the title right now. I think they compared it to True Detective. Is what they did when they were talking.
You know
about
what?
it.
I'm going to say this one thing, and it's not a spoil. After seeing Willem Dafoe and Beetlejuice, he would make a good Two-Face.
Yeah. Well, he'd make a good Joker. He'd make a good anything.
I would love to see him
phenomenal,
as
man.
Yeah, I would love to see Willem Dafoe as Two-Face.
That was one of the things I got hyped about when they were making the Spider-Man movie. When I found out he was playing the Green Goblin, I was like, shit, all they got to do is paint his face green.
Yeah, dude, he's a perfect goblin. And you know, like Two-Face. And I'm like,
yeah,
John Belushi was fucking awesome, dude. He was the man, just like John Candy.
Yeah.
So,
and what's the other guy's name? Was it John Candy? No, not John Candy. The big guy. You know, the fucking life coach guy that the parents bring in for
Chris Farley.
the Rivers thing.
Chris Farley.
Yeah, Chris Farley. That's the guy that reminds me of Belushi. Because he was just a natural. But Belushi
he was awesome. And all three of them gone too soon. R.I.P. brothers.
Yes. But they were well, not Candy, but
Candy, but
Okay, Jed, let me finish. Farrell and Belushi were addicts. No doubt about it. If you've never read the book Wired by Bob Woodward, you need to read that because John knew he had a problem. He had basically hired one of his best friends who was training him to try and get him in shape and get him to where he wasn't going to do drugs anymore. Bill Superfoot Wallace, who was a kickboxer back then, if you remember that guy. They had to physically restrain him outside the bungalow they found him in because when he found out about it, he went there and tried to go in there, and the cops had to physically restrain him because he was so pissed. John Belushi and Chris Farley are two sad stories because they were ultimately talented when it came to what they did. They were just naturally funny people and extremely talented. And both of them, just led reckless lifestyles, man. And it killed them. You can't live like that. You're not going to be around long, There's an old saying, that the brightest stars burn half as long, and that's what happened in their case. So. But yeah, I'm hopeful for this movie. I'm hopeful for it. I saw the trailer for it, and it really has to do with, the guy that's the inspiration for Dr. Evil. Yeah. Michael Myers, Dr. Evil. Yeah. He's the guy that started this show. And I can't remember his name right now.
Lorne Michaels.
Lorne Michaels, that's it. And he's prominently featured in it. So definitely you want to go check that out. But anyway, what do you got for us, Knock, before we I've got more stuff from the festival, but it has to do with a certain individual. So what do you got for us there, Knockster? You wanted some time before we get
part of this is part of that. Not a big piece of it is that who we'll be mentioning soon, but
yes.
It was something that came up across earlier today, and I thought it was an interesting topic.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the people on this list, but one in particular, but I felt it was a pretty good subject. This is basically it's 10 movie characters that were very that were polarized, like big characters, but they had little screen time.
Yes, I got you.
Right, so it's a list of stuff like that. So an example here's it's been a while since I've seen this, but. American Gangster. I don't know much about this one.
Oh, dude, good movie.
I know the movie, but I don't remember the characters in it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Ruby D. Ruby D is awesome.
Yeah. Except for more Dave Bautista and Blade Runner 2040. I didn't actually see.
I haven't seen that movie yet either.
There was really good at it.
Is he?
Yeah, and there was another list, but it didn't have the one I wanted. So,
have you seen Dave Bautista lately? He's like skinny.
Yeah, he's lost a lot of the weight.
He looks like a crackhead now.
Mrs. Miller, Viola Davis in Doubt.
I've seen her on several lists, but 8 minutes in her movie. So, that's kind of what we're looking at. And of course, Beetlejuice.
Right.
So he was only on for 17 minutes in the actual movie.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but that's not a long movie either. It's like only an hour and a half long. It's not a very long movie.
But still, 17 minutes, and because of 17 minutes, they have a second movie 20 years, 30 years later.
Yes, absolutely.
That's why I found the topic kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course, Gabriel Jones. Now he was only on for the original in the first movie 8 minutes.
Did you know he was uncredited in Star Wars?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that crazy or what? Uncredited.
Because David Prowse actually spoke all the lines and stuff.
I've got some stuff for that. Trust me. I've got some stuff when we get to that subject later on. Keep going, buddy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know this movie. I don't think I ever watched Network.
Network? Oh my God, buddy. Yeah, I know that movie. Yeah. She played the wife of William Holden, and he was messing around.
Is that the one where he's slowly going crazy and he keeps talking live on TV? I did watch that.
I
think it was on the list.
It was
on the knock list.
Yeah, did you watch it?
I did watch it. Yeah, I remember that.
That's the one where he says, "I want you to go to the windows right now."
Yeah.
And say.
Yeah, no, I do remember that now.
Mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore.
That was one of the early films of the.
They need to make another movie like that today.
That can never be made today, Joe.
Yeah, I know it couldn't. They wouldn't let it get made.
Just Go ahead, Blazing Saddles.
I think the closest you're going to get is that scene from Joker.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
Blues Brothers and Blazing Saddles couldn't be made today.
Hannibal Lecter. Yeah, he's barely in that movie.
Yeah,
he's barely in there.
16 minutes.
Yeah.
It's 16 minutes, and that's it.
And that movie's a solid 2 hours. I know it is. I've seen it several times. Yep.
So that's pretty crazy.
Kind of like Beetlejuice, it's more build-up with him. People talking about him before he's even on the screen.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wicked Witch of the West.
Margaret
really,
Hamilton.
in The Wizard of Oz? Yeah, she's not in there much, is she?
12
minutes? That's
12 minutes.
Yeah. You see her at the beginning on the on her bike when she threatens Toto, and then you see her when she's The Wicked Witch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mike.
And how much do we see the Wicked Witch in the new one?
Yeah.
Who's the main character?
Hey Joe, my great aunt Irene did a thing with her at one point.
A thing with her?
Well, she did.
That could be misconstrued several ways.
No. Hollywood. It was a show or something with her, like vaudeville. Because my great aunt, she was Granny in Beverly Hillbillies.
Very cool.
So she did some stuff with her.
Very cool.
In Hollywood vaudeville and all this other stuff.
Oh yeah.
Matthew McConaughey in The Wolf of Wall Street.
I still have not seen that movie. I've got to see it, man.
Oh my God, that is on the Joe's list. That is on the Joe's list. Like,
the Joe list.
My goodness,
that one. It's near the top. The top of the Joe list is.
God, it's got Margot Robbie in it. It's got.
And she's.
I've seen the scene with Margot Robbie plenty of times.
180 minutes too. So it's a
3 hours.
movie.
Yep, gotcha.
But Matthew McConaughey is only in it for 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've seen how many memes have I seen of this guy, man?
And the funny thing is, like they show that they tell about the story a lot. This little thing he was doing was what he would do in warm-ups before the take.
Yeah.
And then they decided to film it. Beating his chest and getting it, pumping himself up. Like, this is what he did. And like Leonardo's like he started doing it, and they started filming it.
Number one.
It's been a long time since I watched.
Oh my God, Harvey Keitel in Pulp Fiction. Fuck yeah.
Yes.
He dominates. He steals that whole fucking part of that movie. His conversation
10 minutes.
with fucking
10
Quentin
minutes.
Tarantino was awesome in that flick. Yeah, he's awesome in that movie. He really is.
No, but I don't know if you guys can think of anything on top of your head, but I saw that in a video earlier today.
The first one that pops to mind is Marlon Brando in Superman. He's barely in that movie. Actually, he was. I think they actually said he made so much per minute in that movie, right? It was like $1 million per minute or something like that. He was barely in that movie, but he made such an impact.
But Joe, if you go back and see the extended cut and stuff, he's in it.
Didn't he die shortly after that too?
Yeah.
Huh?
Didn't Brando die shortly?
No, hell no.
Hell no.
No. He ended up. He's in years later. Remember, he was rotund. Brother, he gained a lot of weight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because he did Island.
He was in that movie with Johnny Depp. What was that? The one where he thought he was the romance guy. He was nuts, and fucking Brando played the psychiatrist that was treating him.
Spider-Man.
I love that movie too. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, there it is. Don Juan DeMarco. That's it. Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yes, that's the movie right there. Absolutely. That was it. Yep. For sure.
Oh, he died in 2004.
Yeah. He was around for a long time after Superman, dude. Yeah, he was in a lot of movies. Yeah. Okay. So, good list. Liked it.
Yeah, I said, I thought it was pretty cool because you think of Darth Vader.
We've been talking about how little Michael Keaton's in the movie, and I hear he's not in it this one that long either.
He's in it more than he was in the first one.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I was fixing to say, but from what I hear, he does great. And of course, Keaton's going to do fantastic.
Yeah.
He's not the reason why I don't want to see it right away. First of all, I love the first one. It's almost a perfect dark comedy, man. It really is. And
it's been like 20 years since I watched this. I got to watch it before I go see the...
Yeah. And I don't want to see him rehash a bunch of shit.
Well, see, that's the problem. Don't watch Beetlejuice before you go see this, because reasons.
Okay. Well, we don't need to talk about it.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
That's just something Knock does.
I'm still going to watch it. Yeah.
He's going to do it regardless.
I'm going to
because he's a lore freak. He says, okay, I got to be refreshed on all the lore before I go see this one.
Kay loved it. I see her in the thing.
Why do you think I'm rewatching The Walking Dead? Like, I'm on season 4 now. Like,
right.
Before I'm going to watch every series that's out right now in release order, but got to start at the beginning.
Sol says he remembers the cartoon.
Remember the cartoon, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, you know what's coming up next, guys? Because I let Knock have his piece. You know what time it is? It's time for Martin's favorite part of the show.
How do you want me to handle the Sydney issue?
The Sydney issue?
Well, we should have a consensus on how the White House is going to handle it.
Well, I certainly hope the Sydney issue refers in some way to a problem that we're having with Australia, because if it's anything other than that,
Mr. President, Ms.
Sweeney?
To see you.
Have her come in, please. I am finished here.
Yes, sir.
There is no Sydney issue.
That's right. It's time for our favorite girlfriend, the Sweeney Spot. And apparently she's causing people to have medical emergencies. We had one occur during the premiere screening of the new Sydney Sweeney thriller, Eden. They were showing the birthing scene, apparently, when this person had a medical emergency, and they brought the lights up in the theater. Happened at about 7 p.m. local time in Toronto.
Bro couldn't handle it.
Bro couldn't handle it, apparently. I've got quite a bit this week on from her. Euphoria stars Jacob Elordi and Sydney Sweeney take over the Toronto International Film Festival with dueling Saturday night premieres on Swift Horses and Eden. I don't know about On Swift Horses, what that's about, but apparently these two are on Euphoria together.
Yeah.
I don't know if they
ask Knox about that, because he's the expert on Euphoria.
I need to watch Euphoria.
No, I haven't. Yeah, I got to actually watch the show.
You see that one right there? I'm looking forward to this one right here. It starts pretty quick. That one, if you didn't see The Old Man last season, you need to catch up on that, because it's fixing to start up.
I'm friends with one of the special effects guys for The Old Man.
Really? Are you?
That's awesome.
That's cool, man. That's cool. That's love
awesome.
The Old Man. It's a great fucking show. If you guys haven't watched it, it is good. It is really good. This one was actually sent to us by Tim today. I saw this article, but I didn't pull it up because I had a bunch of stuff about the same movie. But since he sent it to me, I thought the headline was worth a look. Ana de Armas says new movie with Sydney Sweeney has a crazy threesome. Must be her.
The website's name is Joe.
Yeah, the website's name is Joe. Yes.
Are you sure Vince ain't pulling your leg and making it?
Huh? What is
the
it?
website's name is Joe, dude.
Yeah. Hey, hey. Sometimes, they use people's names for websites. Tubi has a couple of Sydney movies. Need to watch through them. Yeah. I need to catch up on her filmography. Apparently, she's been in 29 different things. I didn't know that, man. She's been in a lot of stuff. She must have started early in
That's a good picture over there, too.
Yep. Well, you know what you get when every once in a while you're going to get this out of Sydney. I mean, come on, guys. You know what's coming. Let's see. Sydney Sweeney compares Eden to an adult version of Lord of the Flies. That's what I've heard most about this show. This is the Ron Howard movie Eden that they're actually premiering there at the Toronto International Film Festival. I've heard that a lot about this one. It's people trying to survive in the wild on a desert island. So should be interesting to see. And of course, we had to check out if she's at a film festival. She's got the camera working and she's doing her thing on Instagram. This one, I don't think it has any sound, so I don't have to bring up the sound for this one. But the next one, I'm going to have to reshare this with sound. But this is from the Toronto International Film Festival, and I've got to drop this out before I share the next one because it does have sound. Now this, I don't know, we've seen her on Instagram pushing this product before. So the next one here, let me make sure I get the sound going on it. Oh, these are pictures from the red carpet. Okay. This is pictures from the red. What is it? What did I miss? I'm missing a bunch of stuff. Let's see. Martin says we only need to add Jenna Ortega to that combo. Yeah, right. Trifecta, no doubt. Ana de Armas, yes, exactly. I'm more into her than I am Sydney, but I've told you guys why I like Sydney. I think it's more attitude than her looks, really. Wasn't me totally for not using Mads for that. Thumbs up for not using Mads. Well, Mads isn't on my show, but Jed is. I got to use Jed. Yeah. Jed
I like this.
Out of trouble. Lord of the Flies, but dweebs.
Boobs.
Is that what you're saying?
Boobs. Yeah, Soul says crazy.
No doubt. Okay.
I love that Soul. That's awesome.
But this is I thought this was a neat choice for her to wear because she did play a nun in one thing earlier. So she's got this cover on, covering her shoulders and stuff. I thought that was neat. But this last one I got to show you, this has to do with, let me pause it and refresh it because you got to be able to hear it. They're singing happy birthday to this product line. These are, they're international spokespeople for, what's it called? Kerastus, I think is what it's called. I can't pronounce it, but it's hair products is what it is. You've seen her put stuff in her hair before, and that's what she's pushing. And let me get this quick enough to where I can get the sound. There we go. Okay, I got the sound. Here we go.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Kerastas. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
She sounds like Marilyn doing that, man.
Oh,
I'm
my
sorry.
goodness.
She does. She sounds
she
exactly
does.
like Marilyn.
I'm sure that was on purpose too.
Yeah, on purpose.
Bro.
For sure. Yeah. Let's see. Lord of the Flies, but Bleebs. Yeah, we already saw that one. Let's give Outlaw Bill $6K tonight. He needs 4 more for $6K. I think I'm already subscribed to him. But hey, Tim, it's good to see you. I did play your video already because you were here at 3:12 today first, so I already played.
Martin just said the same thing I did.
Bro.
You did. I got goosebumps from that.
She definitely has Marilyn Monroe vibes. Yes, she does. Let's just look, guys. All we can do is hope that she doesn't go down the track of.
We don't want her to.
We don't want her to do that. Let's see. One thing I don't like about Jenna, her public appearances make her look like she's high maintenance. I think I don't get that vibe from her, but I could be wrong. Let's see. I know you did. I went back. Okay. Are you checking? You checking up on me to make sure I play your video? Damn, Tim. He's holding me accountable, folks.
Tim lurking and shit, man.
He's making sure I'm doing that shit right.
Yeah.
But just so you guys can get the whole picture here, we've got her, and this is the product line, Kerastas. And then I wanted to show you the other ladies that are in there. This girl is Ebony Davis. She's also from the U.S. We've got Emily. I always have problems with her name. Radikowski. She's a swimsuit model for Sports Illustrated. Okay. That's where I've seen her before, but she's a model. And then you've got a Chinese actress, Mei Yang. That's who the other girl is. So that's all the girls that are in this video singing to
Tim is like, nice
nice pubes, he says. Nice pubes.
Bro, fits right there, bro.
Ebony and Avery. But I just wanted to show you because I read that it was international, and some of them are from other countries.
Okay, just a sec. So we're in Joe's. I
don't see anyone on the chat. Is everyone else on another server? They're on my channel, buddy.
I'll do it for him.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll send it.
Yeah.
They sorry, I just got back, but I was listening to the Happy Birthday song.
Yeah.
And man, if there's a biopic of Marilyn Monroe, it's got to be her.
Well, they've already made it on Netflix. Now, if they make another one, they'd hire her.
A more recent one.
Right.
I didn't watch
that. Well, Blonde was only a couple of years ago.
Yeah, the last one was only a couple of years ago.
Was it Sydney Sweeney in it?
No, it wasn't.
Then I don't care.
Matter of fact, was it Anna de Armas that played her? I think it was. think it was. I remember it was a brunette that played her.
Well, that makes sense because Marilyn was a brunette.
I know.
Yes, she was.
I'm just trying to remember. Marilyn.
Reset reset the browser and stuff, and come back, because sometimes it does that to me too.
Update your subdrivers.
Right. Do everything they're saying and do it now. I'm on Joe's. Must be on my end. I don't know.
Sometimes you got to give it a minute or two because
it looks like you're on. I'm still seeing a link on yours.
Yeah, it's Anna de Armas
channel.
It is on Anna de Armas.
It is Anna de Armas that played her? Yeah, that's what I thought.
And it came out in 2022.
No, I was pretty sure it was Anna de Armas. Yeah,
she was really dead on in that.
Yeah,
so.
I heard she was good in it. I think she was nominated, wasn't she, for an Academy Award for it? It was a couple of years ago. I don't really remember.
2022.
2022, exactly. A couple of years ago. But anyway, okay, boys and girls, that's it for the pop culture update for tonight. Now we're going to spend the rest of the time talking about one of my favorite actors. And I watching some of this footage today, I kind of got choked up, man. I got to tell you, this guy, he passed away this week at the age of 93, and his name is the incomparable James Earl Jones. And we're gonna go over his life and filmography tonight because this, I don't think you could heap enough praise on this dude.
No, you can't.
He well, a lot of people refer to him as the voice because he was the voice for two iconic characters. And before we get into his biography, I wanted to first of all show some of the things that were posted on Twitter. I like this one a lot. I thought it was pretty cool. It says "Rip James Earl Jones," and it's got a picture of Vader and Mufasa. That's the two voices that everybody remembers him as.
Yeah.
And then up here, you've got Luke Skywalker. Rest in peace, now dead. Thank you for all that you have given. May the Force be with you. Right? And it's the famous burial scene, right? From Return of the Jedi. Mm-hmm. And then this was Empire State Building the night that he died. I think it was a couple days ago, wasn't it, guys?
Yeah.
I'm sure I remember texting you guys about it. But I thought that was a neat tribute right there. Of course, they made it red because he was a Sith, right? And yeah, that I thought was a neat tribute. Now this right here, this gets me every time because I'll tell you right now, guys, and I'm going to play it, but man, wow. James Earl Jones played iconic roles that are celebrated globally, and his legacy will will live on forever. Rest in peace, James Earl Jones, 1931 to 2024. He was 93. Hey, it's time for a rest, buddy. But I got to show this because I've told this story before, but you guys may have never heard it. I was a bartender for 18 years, and I smoked a lot of weed back then. Okay, and when I married Foxy, she was a registered nurse, and I wasn't about to mess up her job, because they get randomly drug tested and stuff. So I was like, well, I'm gonna have to give it up. So the night before I married her, my guys gave me a bachelor party, and that was when I smoked my last joint. I come home high. I'm in the truck, and she comes out to the truck, and she has a gift for me, and it's a copy of Field of Dreams on DVD. And I started bawling like a 12-year-old with a skinned knee. Now, I'm not a big baseball fan. That's my brother's deal. That's my dad's deal. I kind of feel like knock about it. If it went away tomorrow, it wouldn't bother me. But you know what? Some of the greatest drama that's ever taken place in sports has taken place in baseball. I recognize that. And I recognize that, for instance, Kevin Costner, the guy that made Field of Dreams, he is passionate about baseball. He loves it. He's made 3 movies about baseball, and all of them are good. Bull Durham's one of the funniest movies you'll ever see about minor league baseball. He made one called For the Love of the Game, about a pitcher that was in the middle of throwing a perfect game, and he's an aging pitcher, and he's reliving his life on the mound during this game. And it's a fantastic movie. And then you've got this one. And if you've never seen it, even if you're not a baseball fan, you need to see this movie because it's really a movie about redemption between a father and son. It's something that it makes grown men bawl like 12-year-olds. Trust me. It's amazing. But this part right here is where he's struggling with whether or not he's going to keep this field in his productive farmland, okay? And he's about to lose his farm over it, okay? And James Earl Jones' speech in this movie is unforgettable. It really is.
People will come, Ray.
Hang on.
You're broke, Ray.
I got to get it up there for you. I know, I'm forgetting. I'm an old man. There you go.
People will come, Ray.
You're broke, Ray. You sell now or you lose everything.
The one constant through all the years, Ray, has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. It's been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. But baseball has marked the time. This field, this game, is a part of our past, Ray. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, people will come, Ray. People will most definitely come. People will.
That is just. Oof. If you've never seen the movie, you got to see it to understand what's going on here. But
I want to say something on what Soul said.
Well, let me read the chat, and then we'll get to that. Okay. Let's see. Let's catch up on things. Judd played her in Norma Jean and Marilyn from 1996. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I remember that one. Let's see. If you build it, they will come. That's right. If you build it, they will come. Yep. If you smoke it, you'll get high. No doubt. I used to a lot. It's a great movie. Yes, it is, Vince. Yes, it is. Dude, The Sandlot. James must have been a huge baseball fan because of all the baseball gigs. Yes, absolutely. He must have been. Martin Acosta says, if you don't keep the field, I'll put you on the tree of woe. Yeah, the tree of woe. No doubt. We're going to go over all of his stuff, but I want to go ahead and get through this the X tribute here.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to watch Field of Dreams because it sounds like it's a movie that supports baseball, and I don't know if I can do that. It seems like it's a movie that would want you to keep baseball alive, and I'm against that sentiment. So,
well, just like I am against Star Wars.
It's actually not about that. It's about people's love for things that they did when they were young. Is what it's about. It really
right, and that used to be baseball, but I want to kill that. So
right, I understand.
Oh, I want to kill Disney Star Wars. So you know,
I refuse to give Major League Baseball any respect until they put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame.
Right. Yeah, I hear you for that. Especially with the way they're incorporating gambling with sports now. Hell yeah. You need to put that man in the Hall of Fame. Ridiculous. Baseball does need a time limit. Yes, it does. Okay, and they're trying to do that. I don't know if you noticed or not, but they have a pitch timer now. You've only got so many time between pitches now. But anyway, okay, let's get back to what we came here for tonight, a tribute to the man, the myth, the legend, James Earl Jones. Now, when I call him the voice, I'm not kidding, because here's an example of what his voice meant for different things, okay, guys? This is before and after of David Prowse playing Darth Vader, and then with the voice, James Earl Jones. Check it out.
And action! Start tearing this ship apart piece by piece until you find those tapes. Find the passengers of this vessel. I want them alive!
Commander, tear this ship apart until you found those plans and bring me the passengers. I want them alive!
I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic...
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Well, I
character
would like to hear it with a little bit more of the robotic sound added to it. So I mean, his
But
voice is not
still,
exactly
man.
like that. So I mean, I think it kind of did him dirty with those scenes, but
I don't know, man.
give him that robotic sounding as well, and I imagine it sounded a little bit better. Not
Dude,
as good, I'm just saying, but like
look,
using his natural voice like that,
let me
without
tell
the
you
mechanical.
something. Even when CNN first got started, they were using his voice.
This is CNN.
That was an ad for CNN when it first came on the air years ago. This right here, hang on, let me get through this, guys. This is a photo from Matthew Modine, is an actor who was in a movie with him. This is a photo I took, never shared it before. I had the honor of working with James Earl Jones on What the Deaf Man Heard. Rest in peace, James. And this guy always had a smile on his face. He always had a smile on his face. Always did. You never saw him mad unless he was acting. And then, of course, they've got him with Mufasa there.
Or force choking you.
Yeah, or force choking you. But then again, you couldn't see. He could have been gleefully smiling underneath that mask. We wouldn't know.
That's true.
And plus, it wasn't his face under that mask, right? Yeah. So, but anyway, James Earl Jones. Let's see. Soul Assassin says, can you imagine being James' kid and getting yelled at by him? Must have been terrifying. No doubt, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger said he owes everything to James. James helped him on Conan with reading and delivering lines. Yeah, he was not far removed from being an immigrant to this country. I mean, he was from Austria. He didn't know English when he moved here, and I'm sure he helped him a lot. That's fantastic. That's really cool.
James Jones was a ranger. He was a badass in his own right.
Yeah, he was. And you know something else about him? When he was a kid, he had a debilitating stutter.
Yep.
From him and Bruce Willis both had that in common. They were both stutterers. They couldn't stop stuttering when they were young. It's amazing. The guy was amazing. I do want to show this short video real quick. It's only a minute long. This is and it actually shows in there, by the way, guys, it's already been mentioned, The Sandlot. There's a clip from The Sandlot in here. You guys check this out. This is a quick retrospective on the career of
message.
James Earl Jones. Hang on. Let's get through the ad. It won't let me the ad.
Slow horses.
Yeah,
The life of James Earl Jones. Slow horses.
Yeah, I think
the new season on Apple TV.
You're right. Let's see. Got it. Yeah, here we go. Let me get that going. And nope, that ain't it either.
You've got it muted.
Yeah, but this isn't it either.
Sorry.
I showed you my luggage card trick. You didn't show me.
Oh, God.
But you liked it. You used it.
Panic. Fucking ads, man. Of course, like my brother says, they got to pay for shit, right?
Spring September 27th. Rated R.
When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master. I'm gonna fight! Look at my turn to be the champion of the world! I'm taking my turn.
This field, this game, it's a part of our past, Ray.
We used to contemplate so that strike zone almost disappeared.
The king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
The only job was to look after the king. How could you let him come to such a pass?
You have a son. You have come to me, my son. I am the wellspring in which you flow.
You gave your word to the people of the United States.
Give yourself to the dark side. We are the United States government. We don't do that sort of thing. That torpedo did not self-destruct. You heard it hit the hull. And I was never here.
I go ton for ton, loading coal with any man here. When I do, I expect the same dollar for the same work.
No majority ever gave the minority a fair share of the loot without force.
You must have learned a great deal more than you bargained for through this experience, Watson.
Getting back to the income and the outcome and the damn deducting, and you drive me to drink.
You don't know nothing, baby.
Major Kong, is it possible this is some kind of loyalty test?
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. I am your father.
Yeah, that's the man. That is the legend.
Glad they got Dr. Strangelove in there.
I'm sorry?
Said I'm glad they got Dr. Strangelove in there.
Yes, that you noticed I put that on the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't put all of the ones I love on the thumbnail, man. I couldn't find a good picture that would tell you that he was the guy in the first 3 Tom Clancy novels that were brought on the screen.
He's Commander Gert.
Right. I couldn't find a good picture for that because really, I think he only wears the uniform once, and it's when they go and get the sub. Right. He's on board the ship that fires the torpedo or something like that. But anyway, let me get back to the chat and see what they're saying. He looked totally in line with his role as King in Welcome to America. He's fantastic in that movie.
Yeah.
He's great. He was great in everything he did. Best to Bruce Willis. Yeah, no doubt, man. I hate what's happening to that guy. Damn commercials. Yeah, I hear you. Sorry, Coming to America. I know what you meant. Soul Man, also a fun movie. No doubt. I forgot he was in that movie till I saw this little video.
Yeah, another movie that can't be made today.
Can't be made today. If you guys don't know what that is, it's C. Thomas Howell. And I believe the whole setup was he was trying to get a minority scholarship into Yale. Is that it? Or Harvard?
Yale or Harvard, one of the two.
It was one of the Ivy League schools.
Yeah.
And the way he did it was he like overdosed on some tanning pills that were supposed to make your pigment darker. And he took a bunch of them and he went black, and he did blackface in the movie. And that was the professor after he come back and came clean about it, when he was white again, and he was talking to the professor, and that's what the professor said to him. You've got a unique experience that no other white man has ever had. Right. It was pretty cool. It's a good movie. If you guys have never seen that, look that one up. It's a great movie.
Yeah. The Rear Admiral.
Yep. Yeah, right. He was a rear admiral. Yes. 1 or 2 movies in that show reel to add to my watch list. Yeah. Now that one where you saw him talking about my chance for the heavyweight title, he was already the champ in the movie, The Great White Hope. He was portraying a real guy. That's a true story. And that guy, this is back when they were boxing until somebody fell out. I mean, it didn't just go 15 rounds. It kept going, and that's where that comes from. I think it was like in the 30s or 40s that fight was supposed to take place, and he got beat, that's why they call it the Great White Hope. It was a white guy that beat him. But he was a hulk of a man. He was huge. And let's see, I wasn't around when Empire came out. That I Am Your Father scene must have been.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. Dude, are you kidding me? It blew everybody away. People didn't believe it. They didn't believe it. Look, between the 3 movies, or excuse me, there was 3 years in between each movie. And when I saw Empire, I was 14. And then I was 17 when Return of the Jedi came out. And in those 3 years, there were so many rumors flying around. I'm telling you right now, I really believe that they totally punked Boba Fett in the beginning of that movie, because one of the biggest rumors out there that they were talking about in the trade magazines like Starlog and Fangoria was that Boba Fett was actually his dad and Darth was lying to him. That story was out there. You remember this, John?
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, when that line hit, the theater as a collective gasped.
It just went silent, man. Like, whoa,
it
was unbelievable, dude. Not half the people in the theater didn't believe it.
Yeah, and people came out, and then you had the people that were waiting to go in with the line, and people were yelling at people, and fights started.
Yep,
I remember that too.
It was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Martin Acosta says Rear Admiral Greer. Yeah, that's him, man. Look, Hunt for October. This is what I'm telling you. This is why I thought this was going to be a tough show to do, because, man, he's in so much stuff that I love. I love Star Wars. It's in my top 5 movies ever. And friggin' Hunt Hunt for October. That's another one. That's one of my favorite movies ever. And he's in it, you know? My favorite line he says in that movie is after the fucking briefing when what's the guy's name? I had a brain fart. Jack Ryan.
Yeah.
When Jack Ryan goes off on the general, he looks at him when he's getting up from the table and the senator wants to talk to him, right? He's getting up to leave and he looks at him, he goes, I said speak your mind, Jack, but Jesus. It's my favorite line in the whole fucking movie. But yeah, he was so great, you know. Let's see.
It's a shame those kind of secrets don't exist anymore.
No, they don't. They don't.
In this day and age, Twitter. That's why you have to stay away from social media.
You do.
Like
you have to.
Deadpool and Wolverine. I knew a couple of the cameos. Mm-hmm. Like I knew Daphne Keene was going to be in it. It was pretty tough for her not to be in there. But yeah, like Wesley Snipes, didn't see it. Jennifer Garner, you know, Channing, how you fucking say his name?
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum, sorry. Yeah, brain fart.
That's good.
And you know, those kind of stuff, you know, or the biggest one of all was the Captain America, and said it was, you know, what's his face, Fireball guy, and
right.
So I you know, that kind of stuff, like it's so difficult to keep that stuff secret that you just have to stay away from social media.
You have to stay away from it. Yeah.
Oh, you have to turn off notifications. You can't scroll. You can't even do Facebook. Facebook ruins all secrets.
Yep.
Twitter does. Anything will be trending.
There is a thing in Twitter that you can put keywords in so you don't see that shit.
Or I could just not go on Twitter.
Or you could just.
I don't live on Twitter, so I don't. It's easy for me to just not hit the button. I have a modicum of self-control.
Right.
Not a lot, but enough not to hit a button.
Vince says he was the principal. Are you talking about at the end of Soul Man? Was he the principal for his high school? Because I thought it was college he was going to. But anyway, thought he was the principal. Okay, could be. I don't know. Joe's right. Make boxing great again. Oh my God, yeah. Fighting until they fall out. My God, people died back then. Boxing. It's ridiculous. No, you don't want to do that again. No. Let's see. George Lucas even kept the script from David Prowse because he had a blabbermouth. Yeah, I mean, look, Star Wars has been one of the most tightly kept secrets of all time, man. It really was.
Until Kathleen Kennedy got in there.
Yes. We know about that. Dude, my best friend's mom deduced Vader was Luke's father while they were watching A New Hope. You know what? I hate the title of that show. I mean, I really do. I always know
it's just Star Wars.
Yeah,
it's just Star Wars.
And she told him so, thus spoiling that for him years in advance. That's awesome. Hunt for Red October always made me want to play Harpoon 2, a realistic war strategy simulation. Oh man, that's cool. Skip that, Joe. I was wrong about Soul Man. Okay, I thought, look, he was going to college. If he went back and talked to his high school principal, cool, but I didn't think that's what it was.
I think a bunch of people deduced that he was the father. It's just, like I said, that word couldn't travel as fast back then.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a million pundits on Twitter, you know, putting it out there as an original idea. So.
Yeah. I want to go back to Hunt for October real quick. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. It was one of my favorite books I ever read. And I was so hyped to hear that John McTiernan was making this movie because he was the guy that made Die Hard, one of the greatest action movies of all time. It was a highly touted movie when it came out, if you were into that kind of thing. And when I saw the cast and everything, and to this day, if you're a fan of the books, people that read the books and will understand where I'm coming from. I don't care how much you don't like the guy. I know he's unsafe with guns, but Alec Baldwin has been the best Jack Ryan in any of the movies because he's the
I like the Harrison Ford.
Yeah, but here's the thing about Harrison Ford. Nobody would believe that Harrison Ford doesn't want to get in a fight and throw a punch. Nobody would believe that. Jack Ryan is that person. He doesn't want to get involved. That very scene I was just talking about earlier.
And in every book he gets involved, so cool.
Yeah, right. He ends up in the middle of it. Yes, and that's why they call it fiction. Knock. Okay.
I always wanted them to do Cardinal in the Kremlin.
Yeah. Well, the one I've always wanted to see, we'll never see unless they make it a miniseries, and that's Red Storm Rising. I've always wanted to see that one, but they'd have to make that a miniseries. But anyway, not to go too deep into it, that movie right there is one of my favorites ever, and Alec Baldwin is the best. He's the best guy there to ever play it. He was the professor. Yeah, I hear you, man. But let's take a look at his filmography real quick, and we'll talk about. Well, before we look at his filmography, before we look at it, let's start with a guy closer to my age, and we'll go back around to the youngest guy, and you tell me what. Well, I already know what Knox's favorite movie with him in it is, but we're going to go ahead and state it. John, what's your favorite movie with James Earl Jones? If you can pick one. I understand if you can't. One. Yeah, I mean,
top
does
three.
So many great things.
Top three.
Give us your top three.
Well, Dr. Strangelove.
Yep.
Star Wars, obviously.
Yep.
And I have to say Hunt for October.
Hunt for October? Yeah.
It was a toss-up between... Yeah, that, but he's also great in Coming to America, too. So
yeah, he is. Yes. Yep. Jed, what's your favorite James Earl Jones movie? It's probably Star Wars, right?
Star Wars, Coming to America, and Lion King.
Hang on, you guys got to hear this one. Ryan, some things don't react well to bullets like the directors.
Ouch.
That's horrible. Alec Baldwin, quick, Jed, duck.
Yeah, no way.
Star Wars, Conan, Coming to
I
America.
forgot about Conan.
Yeah, you can't forget that one, man. You can't forget it. But a lot of good movies.
Yep. Too late, John. It's gone. Nope, you already picked.
It's gone.
Sorry,
the
buddy.
moment is past.
Empire
Strikes Back, Hunt for October, and Conan the Barbarian. What about you, Knock? What's your favorites?
Pretty much the same as Jed's. It's got to be Star Wars, of course, and then Coming to America. I mean, that Eddie Murphy. My teens with Eddie Murphy was, in the 2000s.
Yeah, he was.
Obviously, that movie wasn't in 2000, but you go back and watch all his movies when you get interested in them in the 2000s. Mm-hmm. And then Lion King. I grew up with that. Right, yeah. That was my one of my movies on VHS that I would watch as a kid, and his voice as the father, to Simba is.
Yeah, he was the voice of everybody's father, wasn't he? I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
That calming, that's a dad.
Yeah, that's it.
So
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, so those are my three probably biggest for his.
Yep, my favorites. Guys are in no particular order because they're all great. Conan the Barbarian, him as Thulsa Doom was fucking fantastic. He's in that movie from the get-go. The Hunt for October and Star Wars. I mean, the voice of Darth Vader is iconic. I mean, we know, the breathing is iconic. We know that, but the voice is too. Yeah. No doubt about that. Let's see. This exemplifies why I don't have favorites for anything. Hard to compare or choose. It is, because the guy was awesome every time he was on the screen. And the guy obviously loved life. He really did.
It's like your favorite Spice Girl. It's hard to do.
Right? You just can't name it.
Baby Spice.
But I want to go through his filmography real quick, and we'll talk about some of the movies.
Ginger Spice.
We've got to hit just some of them because, as you can see, 190 on this list. Yeah. Now, I do want to point out a couple of things that I thought were kind of funny, but not really surprising. His first two roles were on soap operas, The Guiding Light. Playing a doctor on The Guiding Light and As the World Turns. But the other thing I want to point out is this. This is how stupid IMDb is sometimes. Look at the top 4 movies they list. They don't name Star Wars.
No.
They don't name Empire Strikes Back, which he probably has more screen time in, right? They mention Rogue One, where he's barely in the fucking movie. Right?
Well, that wasn't even him in the movie in the first place.
But his voice is in it.
No, it says voice.
It says voice in parentheses.
It says
so,
voice right there.
Yeah.
But Field of Dreams, I get. Lion King, I get. Hunt for October, I get. Why wouldn't you put Star Wars in here? You know,
No, you put Empire in there.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, one of the first three has to be there, not Rogue One. What are you doing, IMBD? Come on, man.
Rogue One was just a snuff film for Kathleen Kennedy.
Nah. Yeah. 1964, the year before I was born. Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
That was on the knock list, and I watched it.
And I think you liked it, didn't you?
It did. I did.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll never forget Slim Pickens on the bomb.
Yeah. No kid. That's an iconic scene right there. Watching him with the hat, yeehaw, all the way to the ground. Yeah. That's, I mean,
it's definitely one I gotta watch again soon because I do want to start remembering that one.
Yeah.
Lois and Clark was awesome.
Let's see. He's saying, wow, he was in an episode of Lois and Clark. I just started rewatching that show.
Yeah,
wow,
awesome.
really?
Lois and Clark.
He's got a lot of credits, man. He showed up on a lot of things. It's the Dean Cain show, not the newer one. Yeah, Lois and Clark. I remember it. Yeah, I like Dean Cain as Superman. Yeah, I thought he was cool. Rogue One, play Dark Forces instead.
Rouge One?
Rouge One. Play Dark Forces instead because they ripped off Kyle Katarn.
True.
Wow. Well, okay. I wouldn't know.
Kyle Katarn doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, that must be in the extended universe.
It's the extended
I wouldn't know anything about it. But this movie right here, of course, you know, he plays a small part in it, but he's on the plane that drops the bomb eventually. Through no fault of his own. I did like how he popped his head out of the hatch and said, could this be a test? Loyalty test? Yeah, pretty neat. But a great movie by one of the greatest directors of all time, Stanley Kubrick. And, you know, a great movie.
Peter Sellers.
Yeah, it was a showcase for Peter Sellers, wasn't it? He played 3 different parts in it.
George
you know, the
C.
mad
Scott,
scientist. I think he played the National Security Advisor too.
Yeah.
And he was the Air Force officer trying to talk the commander down at the SAC base, right? When he, I think he was. Yeah. Let's see, gentlemen. There is no fighting
in the war room.
In the war room. Yeah, there's no fighting in the war room. That's so fucking great, man. It is a fantastic movie. If you've ever seen it, never seen it, I highly recommend that flick right there. It's a good one.
Joe, do the middle click. Stop doing the backspace.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We taught you this.
I understand.
You don't have to keep scrolling up every single time.
Okay, well, I like scrolling, so I'm showing everybody all the stuff he was in.
No, I mean, but you have to keep restarting.
Marty Hill for the Betty and Barty Hill UFO incident.
Which one? This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is this? Talk to me.
Betty and Barty Hill were a couple that got abducted, and they said that they were abducted by aliens, and it's
huge.
Oh, yeah. This is an actual event that happened.
Yes,
and they made a movie.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, a TV movie about it. Okay, that's something I'll have to check out then. See if we can find it anywhere. Okay, cool, man. That's cool.
And it's been redone in a lot of different formats over the years too.
But yeah, that story is, you know, that's one of the iconic stories from in ufology is Betty and Barty Hill.
Okay. So what button do I need to hit, Knock?
No, it's too late now. You already went in it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Remember, you hit the middle.
I know.
Yeah.
Scroll button. Yeah. Okay. There. Okay. Sorry. Let's keep going. Let's see.
He was in Jesus Nazareth? I don't remember him.
Yeah, Jesus Nazareth. Balthazar. The greatest. He plays Malcolm X talking to Muhammad Ali.
Wait, he was in Star Wars?
Yeah, believe it or not. And
uncredited.
I really hate this right here. Just call it Star Wars. God damn it! You can do that for the first movie. Shit. Drives me nuts. Anyway. Yes, we all,
even better, make it the Star Wars.
Right, the Star Wars. Yes.
I forgot about the action.
We all know about this one. One of the greatest movies ever made. It's definitely in my top 5 movies ever. It changed. Look, Jaws 2 years before it was the birth of the summer blockbuster. This movie changed the way movies were marketed, the way they were made. I mean, George Lucas made a lot off of Star Wars, but you would be shocked to find out how much money he made off Industrial Light and Magic, the science, the special effects company that he started because he wanted to make this movie.
Yep.
I mean, that's where he made his money at, because he was making the science. He was making the special effects in every fucking movie that was coming out, not just his own.
ILM still makes most special effects.
Ton of shit. But yeah, I mean, you know, some of us saw this when it came out, others didn't. But I mean, this is a timeless flick, though. That's what's so great about this movie right here. And he was part of it. He's part of the mystery of it, man. That the voice, that same voice that sounds like the father, Mufasa, is one of the most menacing voices you'll ever hear, too. You know,
that picture right there that you're showing with that is my sunshade for my car.
Really? Yeah. That's cool, man. That's it. I remember, guys. We've seen this picture how many times in magazines stuff growing up. I mean, that was the picture right there, man. The whole bunch right there. Let's see. Don't get Joe going on UFO rabbit hole. I don't know much about it, but I'm curious about it. I'm kind of like Joe Rogan. I guess it's just something with the name Joe. We're curious about it, but we're not. We love hearing about it and talking about it. Let's see.
I did watch Encounters of the Third Kind because it was on the knock list.
Did you like that one, man?
Yeah, it was great.
That is where the Greys originally came from. Was the
from that story?
Hypnosis.
Okay.
When they're under hypnosis, that's what they described were the Greys.
Dude, have you seen Gabriel's Fire? No, I have not seen that movie. In my movie collection, there is Star Wars and Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Yeah, if you've got the VHS, it says Star Wars. I guarantee you it does. Star Wars is the near original movie. It's the THX version with just better audio mixing. Oh, very cool. Very cool, man. But anyway, yeah, I mean, we love it on this channel. We talk about Star Wars all the damn time. Yes, and we know he did 2 other sequels.
I got rips from the original Laserdisc.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, let's continue on our little journey down this path here. Exorcist 2, The Heretic. What a garbage movie that is. But one that blew me away was the last remake of Beau Geste. Now, if you guys have not seen this, Marty Feldman actually directed this. This guy right here with the googly eyes.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it when I saw it on this list earlier today, John, because I haven't seen this movie forever, but I do remember liking this flick. It's a comedy. You guys have to check it out, man. It's a good movie. Let's see. And I made the mistake. I'm hitting the back button.
I noticed.
Yeah. But, you know, hey, it takes a minute for us old fuckers to remember how to do things. Star Wars Holiday Special. We're not going to get into that. Story of the Faithful Wookiee. What is that?
Star Wars Holiday Special is any of the Disney Star Wars bullshit.
Yeah, I know that, but this right here.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Roots: The Next Generation. I can't believe he wasn't in the original Roots.
He plays the author of Roots in this movie.
Right. Yeah, I remembered that. Let's see. Oh, he's in the story of Jim Jones? Oh my God. Wow, man. If you don't know about that one, guys, that's a tragedy right there. Yeah, for sure. And of course, you know, we got Empire Strikes Back. There, Knock. I did it correctly. There you go. And yeah, look at the picture. There he is right there, man. Let's see. It's pronounced Igor. Yes. No CGI crap in my Star Wars. There you go, man. I like that. Let's see. Angel Hall, how you doing? Yeah. On 9/11, did anyone in the plane survive? Could they have? Wow. No. You're out of your mind. Okay. Cool. Got another troll, guys. I do have the holiday special better than Disney. Oh my God. Jim Jones, why you don't accept free Kool-Aid? Yeah, that's it. You don't accept free Kool-Aid because of Jim Jones. That's absolutely correct. It's an animated segment pulled out of the holiday special and released independently. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Okay. So Empire Strikes Back, a lot of people think that this is the greatest Star Wars movie ever made. My brother thinks the same thing. I like, and I do like it. I think that it's the darkest one out of all of them. It definitely gave the story consequences. I mean, the rebels get their ass kicked in this movie.
It was meant to be
they won in the first one, but I remember I was bummed out when they had to leave Hoth. I thought they had lost everything when that happened, right?
But Joe, I have a favor to ask.
Okay, go ahead.
I need you to do your magic. I think this is 2 minutes.
Okay.
And it only has to do. I wanted to show you guys this early. This is a complete tangent. I apologize, but I think it's worth a watch.
Okay, what do you got? It's in the chat.
It's in the private chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Do your magic. It's a trailer for the upcoming Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy.
Does Jennifer Jones do a voice in it? Do the Star?
I have no idea.
Voice?
He has no idea, but he saw Star Wars.
I saw this when we discussed. I think like a couple weeks ago we discussed Star Wars, and we talked about the others. We talked about Skeleton Crew, and I also had saw this one. I think we watched the commercial for Skeleton Crew, and I wanted to watch this one, but we didn't have time.
Is this okay? I think I know what this is. Yes. Hang on a second. Let me do some things here. First of all, let me flip that, and I'm gonna have to change the way
I apologize for the disruption in the stream, guys. I think this is worth it, though.
Okay.
It's okay. You're doing it besides me this time. So
yeah. This is the Jed move. You're pulling it. Look at you.
He's pulling.
Look at you.
He's learning.
You have more I wanted to do it than you think.
I wanted to do this while we were talking Star Wars. So
I'm proud of you, Padawan.
I'm taking advantage of
it. All right, let's see. Stop sharing and reshare, and
just try to keep your eyes open on everything that happens in this trailer because it is awesome. Plus, it's going to be sped up a little bit, so it's going to be lots of myths.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
You might need to make a lot of pauses, Joe, whenever you see something.
Yeah, I'm going to. Worry not.
Well, I mean, not just for the fact that we have to, but there's a lot of things to pause.
We got my boy in there with a lightsaber.
I see.
This is
my boy.
I think I see Jar Jar Binks.
Oh hell, the Lord Sith Master.
Sith Master. Okay.
So good.
That's my boy right there.
Is the home of the most epic story ever told. But then I found the cornerstone, and everything changed.
The cornerstone?
Yeah, it's
oh
just
my God, it's a multiverse.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so
but it's okay. It's okay. This is worth it. There's some multiverses you want to see.
This came from them, and this is official canon.
It's not. There's no canon. This is not canon. It is not canon. This is just a little event.
They said they're using this as a soft reboot to
No, absolutely not.
Speculating that. Get it straight, Jed. They had not said that. If you are speculating, they could do that.
No,
this is definitely nothing happening. This is literally just a special event. This is all it is.
Darth Jar Jar.
My boy.
Yes. All right, here we go.
Listen up, Sig. There's only one way to say this. You messed up. You blew it. You goofed. Jedi Pop, that's like 3 different ways. When you removed the cornerstone, you created a new galaxy.
Oh, no.
Look at the...
No! What are you doing? No.
Oh, that's so good.
Every person and every world will be different. You can't make it go back to the way it was because nothing makes sense. It's a trap. It's a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
all the stormtroopers are fucking at Akbar. That's awesome.
Look at what Martin just said. Look at what Martin just said.
In 2 days, by the way. This is coming out in 2 days.
Multiverses are a tool for soft rebooting, guys. I know that.
Yeah, but I said that's not happening here.
Movie.
Oh, you're thinking
Lego
it.
movie.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It could be a one shot. You don't know.
There's been
This is not happening, Jed. This is not the time for this kind of.
Keep thinking it.
It's just Lego.
Oh, and
Star
when
Wars.
I'm right, like I was about Twisters, bow down before.
Oh well, we're not going to bow to shit until it happens, bro. And seeing as Kathleen Kennedy is still running Lucasfilms, you don't hold your breath. I like you too much, Jed. I'd like to keep you around.
The greatest hero of all time, Luke Skywalker. Let me see if I have this right. In your galaxy, my dad is mostly evil until he turns good for like 5 minutes and then dies. My own nephew betrays me and kills most of my best friends. And I spend decades alone until I use the Force so hard that it kills me? Oh, wait.
That sounds retarded.
He puts it
When he puts it that way.
That is Neviscape. What in the...
That, in case you don't see it, that's the Dark Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, what the radar dish on the top of it is now a death weapon? Is that
Well, it's a black version of that. Now this is actually a Lego set too, the Dark Millennium Falcon.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So it's all black.
Soul Assassin says, "Not my Luke Skywalker," and Vince says, "Spot on." Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Ridiculous. Oh, time to go! X-Wing TIE Fighters? Ewok Bounty Hunters?
Ewok Bounty Hunters.
Telling stories about heroes? Maybe it's time to be one. Woohoo! Yeah!
Look at where he paused it.
Oh no!
The perfect place to pause. That's so good.
This party's just getting started.
We're losing power. We're gonna crash. Scary, 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 scary.
The Force will guide us. It will?
Here's hoping.
Oh, come on!
Rebuild the galaxy.
I'm sorry, that looked good.
Check that out.
It's on Disney Plus. It comes out in 2 days. So I thought it was worth the watch.
Yeah, I hear you, man. That's cool. And none of it would have happened without the help of James Earl Jones, one of the greatest actors to ever live. Let's see. I still prefer the TIE fighters. The TIE fighters. I got you, man. The TIE fighters. Okay, so that looks pretty neat. And who knows? They might friggin' do a multiverse thing in Star Wars, but God help them. I hope they don't. I really hope they don't.
This isn't the first. Technically, the first of the multiverse is the that thing they did in Rebels with the mists and.
See, you guys are talking about stuff I know. Nothing.
Yeah, the world beyond worlds. There is already kind of a multiverse whole thing happening, but that's different from what this is. Just a one-off little holiday special. That nothing is going to come from this particular show.
You never know, though. If people like it, you never know. You never know.
Don't encourage Jed.
We might have to bow down to Jed. We might have to do it. Prepare yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, we've only got a few minutes left, so and so much. We could have done this whole show about him.
Joe, you're muffled.
I'm sorry. Let me get right up on the mic. Can you hear me now? All right, here we go. Where do we leave off? Empire Strikes Back.
Sounds like he's talking out of an asshole.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. But you keep going, and then the next one, and yeah, I'm kind of in a hurry, so I hit the wrong fucking button. Conan the Barbarian. He plays Tulsa Doom in this flick. He's a great bad guy in it. This movie is awesome. It's one of the first R-rated movies I ever saw, and I just dig it. I love this one. I didn't like the sequel. I love this one. This one's fantastic. The whole Riddle of Steel and all that stuff, I loved it. I thought it was great. Knock, have you ever seen this one? Hello, knock.
Sorry, I'm prepping. No, yeah. I mean, I'm an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. Of course, I've seen this.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It's a gag from the Family Guy Star Wars parody. Oh, gotcha. Conan is on the list for must watches. Yeah, absolutely, man. Conan's one of the greatest ever. And then after he did Conan, of course, the next year was Empire Strikes Back. Or excuse me, Return of the Jedi was the next one. Return of the Jedi is my personal favorite Star Wars movie. And it's because of my experience seeing it the first time. And I think I've told you guys this. I was first in line at a theater down in Metairie, Louisiana, with a bunch of my friends from leadership school who invited me up to the front of the line when I had been in the back of it at 6:30 in the morning, waiting for a 2:00 show. And everybody in there was Star Wars fans. And I mean, we were applauding every time one of the characters came on screen for the first time. And when Darth grabbed the Emperor and threw him over that rail, that whole place blew up, dude. It was amazing. It was the best movie experience I've ever had. And it's the reason why I try to go see all the stuff I love. Like the last one was the Deadpool movie. I went and saw it opening weekend. What I really like doing is going the first show that I can go to, but when you get older, you got to work and stuff and you can't do that anymore. But this movie right here was the best movie experience I ever had going to the movies. I recognize the fact Empire Strikes Back is probably a stronger film, but my first experience with this movie was the best time I ever had in a theater. It was fantastic. And I thought what I always thought was the genius of Lucas is that he made the bad guy that James Earl Jones had so eloquently made us fear the good guy in the end of the movie. I thought it was just a brilliant stroke, man. I thought it was great. So anyway, let's see what else we got on the way through. I mean, there's so many, man. We've already talked about Hunt for Red October, Field of Dreams, Soul Man's on the list. He was on Highway to Heaven. Yeah, he was always on TV shows a lot too.
Alan Quarterman.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Coming to America was probably the next big one in 1988.
All right, Joe, I got to head out.
Okay.
I'm going to keep watching in the chat, but
yeah, for sure. Take it easy, brother. Thanks for coming.
All right.
Good night, Knock.
And we're fixing to be out of here pretty quick, guys, but I do have to finish mentioning his movies or we would not be complete. You know what I'm saying? Conan's sequel was a D&D film. And exactly. Destroyer that's what I thought of it too. Yeah. He had an appearance on LA Law, Three Fugitives. Field of Dreams came out the next year. Field of Dreams, guys, even if you're not a baseball fan, check that movie out. It's really about relationships between father and sons. That's what it's about. And it's really fantastic. It really is. Let's see. Saturday Night with Connie Chung. What? That's got to be an interview.
Yeah.
And he did so many great interviews, man. The Hunt for Red October in 1990. My gosh, what a great movie. And he plays a really integral part in that whole series. I think he dies in Clear Present Danger. That clip that we saw in the little thing about his career. I think he was on his deathbed in that scene.
Yeah, he was.
And yeah, so
that's after he got attacked.
I think right. I think no, he had cancer. I think he had.
Did he have cancer?
Yeah, it was the character had pancreatic cancer, and that's what he died.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's so many great movies in here, guys, and so many appearances. I'm scrolling through now. Patriot Games. That's Sneakers. The second one of the Jack Ryan ones. Sneakers. That's right. He was in that movie. I forgot. Yeah, he's in that one. I mean, just so many. Go through his filmography, and you'll see some great stuff.
I forgot he was in Meteor Man.
Yep, Meteor Man. He was in that one. Confessions of Two Faces of Evil. Wow, a lot of television in here. A lot of it. Lois and Clark, Superman, The Lion King. Of course, that is my wife's favorite animated film that Disney ever made. Was this one right here. And he was the voice of, like Knox said earlier, he was the voice of everybody's dad, really, in that movie, the calming voice. And and he was Mufasa in this series. I think he voiced it in the live action one. It was so funny when we went and saw the live action one. I told my wife, I said, this is still animated.
Yeah, it's just different.
She said, she just smacked me. She said, "Shut up." You know what I mean? Let's see. Martin says, yes, Greer dies of cancer in clear and present danger. That's what I thought. Yeah. Field of Dreams is in Netflix. Works for me. Yeah, absolutely, man. You should check it. It's good. Sneakers is currently the last Blu-ray that I bought. Yeah. Sneakers is a good movie. Let's see what else we have. Clear and present danger. I'm trying to think if he had a big one after that one. Let's see.
I forgot he was the narrator for Judge Dredd.
Was he?
Yeah.
The Sylvester Stallone movie? Oh God. Wow. Well, he used his voice a lot, man. I bet you a lot of you see a bunch of them. Stargate SG-1. He's the voice of Eunice, or I guess that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I knew that.
He used his voice a lot. So, and I know there's a lot of Stargate fans around here. I know Knock loves Stargate. So,
I love Stargate.
Yeah. No
Dark
more
Gate
secrets.
is awesome.
No more secrets, Vince says from Snickers. Yeah, right. What a deaf man heard. That's the one that Matthew Modine, the picture I showed you earlier. That's where that came from. Monopoly, Star Wars. Good Lord. Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. Yeah, how many Lion Kings have there been, right?
About 10 billion.
Angel. I'm scrolling through. Let's see if there's any big ones after the Jack Ryan series. Robots, yeah, if you're a fan. I mean, I never watched that one. Sandlot 2. Yeah, I scrolled past the Sandlot, but Sandlot was a great movie about baseball that he was in. One of my favorite movies of all time, Judge Dredd. Really, the Sylvester Stallone one. Yeah. Let's see. Eunice, where the first host of I can't pronounce that. Tell me what it is. Okay, gotcha. Bench Warmers. Yeah, I remember that movie. That was pretty good. He's the voice of Darth Vader in it. Imagine that. I wonder how many times he just does Darth Vader in movies, man. Look at this, 2.5 Men. He was on House.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Of course, Lion King here and there and stuff.
He's on the Big Bang Theory himself.
It looks like Rogue One's probably no. I think the last credit with him as Darth Vader is Obi-Wan. Yeah, that's his last film credit. Is Obi-Wan the series? Yeah, and I guess the last film he appeared his face in is Coming to America too. So yeah, and he did the Mufasa and the Lion King twice. He did it once in the live action. I hate that.
Yeah.
Man. It's all
The live action
CGI.
is so god awful.
But look, this guy was a giant, and look, he's got so many fans around the world. It's not even funny. And the thing that was so great about this guy is it wasn't about him. Kind of like why I love Captain America. It was never about him. He just wanted, and he's one of the rare actors, boys and girls. I didn't know this until I started doing my research. He's won an Emmy, he's won an Oscar, and he's won a Tony Award. He's done all three.
And
not many actors do that. Not many actors can do it, television, screen, and stage. And he's done all three. So
yeah, he's multiples of all of them.
This guy, he's just a force of nature. God rest your soul, man. We're gonna miss you. Light has gone out in the world. James Earl Jones
another one.
is gone. Do what? What'd you say, Joe?
There'll never be another one.
There will never be another one. No, there's some good voices out there. I mean,
you got like Morgan Freeman.
The voice of Batman, right? What's his name?
Kevin Conroy.
Everybody swears up and down that's Batman.
That's Batman. Yeah.
And so but this voice will never be duplicated. People can recreate it. AI can recreate it, but nobody will ever have the nuance that this guy had. The Demolition Man, where my go-tos growing up. Yeah. No doubt that and Dread. Okay. Quick search says 20 results for Vader, him playing Vader and stuff. Yeah, no doubt. Yes, he won a Tony. Hang on. Let me behind the scenes do a little search and see. It should be on here, but I think I'll do it quicker through a search engine. Let's see. James Earl Jones Tony Award. Here we go. Special Tony Award for Lifetime Achievement, says here. In 2017.
Yeah.
That's what he got. Yep. There you go. Yep. 2017. Which means it wasn't, it wasn't posthumous. He's still alive. They gave it to him, so for Lifetime Achievement. And that he got a Tony, he was a stage actor too. A lot of people don't know that. But yeah, he's there's not many people that have done that. I'm not sure who has done that trifecta, but I'll get that information and have it for you next week. How's that sound? I will look that up and find out.
Or how about I just do this right here?
It's got to be a short list, so. But anyway,
or I'll put this right here in the
we're about what you got. What is it?
Because I just looked it up. I put it in the chat so everybody can see it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Oh, it's too long. Here, I'll just show it to you.
Okay. What you got? Can you do it?
Yes, I'm
dead air, man. Dead air.
Right here. It's not dead air. Right there.
Let's see. What you got? He was one of the few performers to achieve EGOT. Yeah. Grammy. He won a Grammy too?
Yeah.
Probably for reading the Bible.
Probably. Yeah. You're probably right. He was inducted in the American Theater Hall of Fame in 1985. He was honored with the National Media of Arts in 1992. The Kennedy Center honored us in 2002. I do remember that. The Screen Actors Guild Lifetime Achievement Award in 2009 and the Academy Honorary Award in 2011. Look, the guy was he was a force of nature. That's just all there is to it. And I have never watched a movie with him in it that I did not like.
Greatest actor through our lifetime.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest actors ever. And you're right. There will not be another James Earl Jones. And I'm so glad we got this time to talk about him because he deserves it. And I'm telling you guys, if you've never seen Field of Dreams, it's one of the best movies he ever made. You need to watch it. It's about baseball, but that's the background. It's kind of like, The Walking Dead is one of the best Westerns you'll ever watch, but it takes place in a zombie movie, right? Same thing. Yeah, baseball is the background, but that's not what that movie's about, right? So definitely check that out. And I want to ask you guys, do you want to push anything before we get out of here? Or am I going to cover most of what you want me to do anyway?
You're going to cover.
Oh,
yeah. Except for I'm canceling it.
I am going to let them know that. Yes. Okay. So we talked about it before the show, man. I got you. Okay. So you're watching State of the Atmosphere. I'm glad we got through this one because I was really wondering because I was watching these clips earlier and going, damn. But anyway, State of the Atmosphere comes your way every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Come check it out. We're going to let you know everything you need to know about pop culture every hump day at 5:30 p.m. Central. And then, of course, you can check me out working on my comic book at 1 p.m. Central Time on Friday. Sketching the Privateer comes your way every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. And then at 8 p.m. Central Time, it's John on Pop Culture Minefield with Game Night with John as he plays through the Telltale series of The Walking Dead. I believe you're in season 3 now?
Yep. I'm getting close to finishing season 3.
Yeah.
And then we'll be starting the final season. And then we do Fallout Tale of Two Wastelands.
Really?
That's going to be awesome.
Kick ass. Well, you'll see Knock on that show, Martin Acosta Santana be on that show, and you will see Jed when he's not busy. So you guys check them all out Fridays at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields Game Night with John. And then this Saturday, we will not have the MF Roadhouse. I do believe in 2 weeks when we bring it back, though, we're going to do the first hour on YouTube. Yes?
Yeah. Do
Okay.
first hour on
Well-
YouTube. I'm probably going to put it on Twitch too. And it's going to be on 3 places at once for the first time.
There you go. We're going to do that in 2 weeks. not this Saturday, but next Saturday at 9 p.m. Central Time on YouTube, Twitch, and the big green play button. So you guys come check us out in a couple weeks on the Saturday night MFR Roadhouse.
Full show will be on Twitch and Rumble, only an hour on YouTube.
So. There you go. All right.
Won't you be at your mom's that weekend?
Me? Yeah, I will be, but doesn't mean Jed's not going to have a show. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, for sure. And if I doubt I'll be up, but if I can get on there, I will. But I'm not promising anything. But anyway, he's going to have a show in a couple weeks, so you guys go check it out. 9 p.m. Central Time on Saturday night on Jed Revenwolf's channel, and then of course this Sunday it's Week 2 tailgate. We're going to give you our predictions for the games on Sunday. We do it 2 hours before kickoff of your afternoon slate of games in the NFL on Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Time right here on my channel. And then Sunday evening, we're changing the time of the Brothers Hack the Matrix. We canceled it this week because it was the opening week of football season. We both wanted to watch the games. So we're going to start doing it at 6:30 p.m. so we can get through the evening game. And then, there's a little gap in there before kickoff of the next one. So we're going to do it from 6:30 to 8 from now on Sundays. The Brothers Hack the Matrix. Everything you need to know about the clown show that is 2024 through today's headlines. The Brothers Hack the Matrix every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And then Monday morning, see, I should have found that picture right there for the thumbnail, right? I didn't see that one. But I'm sure that Gary has decided Military Monday is going to be Patriot games because James Earl Jones is in it with Harrison Ford. It's a Jack Ryan story written by Tom Clancy. You guys come check it out at 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel, Military Monday with Gary Kissel. And then, of course, It's Only Talking Roll comes your way every Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time. I haven't been there in a couple weeks, but if he does a show this week, I will be there. I've just been busy, but you guys come check him out. I'm usually on that panel every Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time on That 70s Rock Fans channel. And then, of course, I will be back to playing video games. We didn't do it this week because of the debate, but this Tuesday, I will be back playing some Brutal Legend, boys and girls. Part 6 comes your way. And I got past the part that I couldn't get past when I played it before. So this is all new territory for me all the way to the end. So come check it out. Actually, I think just recently, Rob Halford joined the game. We've seen Lemmy from Motorhead. We've seen Ozzy Osbourne, but now Rob Halford's on a motorcycle running around with me now too. So you guys come check it out Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time on my channel. And then, of course, it's right back around to State of the Atmosphere at 5:30 p.m. on Hump Day. So for myself, those that were on earlier, Ruben and Knock and John Das Wolfen and Jed Revenwolf, I want to thank all you guys for being here. Let's check out the chat one more time before we get out of here. Of course, my man Vince loves putting my links up. I appreciate it, man. He is wearing it out, man. He's got everybody's links up there. And Kay is saying, great show. Thank you very much, young lady. Appreciate it. And I want to tell the rest of you, thank you for being here. We wouldn't be here without you. You guys like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Give us follows on the other platforms and things. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
All righty, boys and girls. We'll see you next time. And don't forget, get your honey. Get it close.
And Trump loves titties.
Woohoo! See you next time, boys and girls.